Greetings, West Sacramento. Welcome to West Sac Best Eats, where we dine on all the fabulous food West Sacramento restaurants have to offer. Heard exclusively here on KYWSLP 92.9 FM on your radio dial. I'm your host, Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hi.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me at our dining room table for our little program here. Okay. We ate at Treehouse Cafe, and Treehouse Cafe is located at 630 3rd Street in West Sacramento in the state of California. It's over there by the oddly shaped pyramid building, which I just Googled. It's called the Ziggurat Building.
Iconic landmark of West Sacramento.
Yeah, but everyone's confused by it. Like, what kind of office, what kind of business would be in this bizarrely shaped building? To me, it looks like the Illuminati are holding meetings in the basement. But anyways, the Ziggurat is actually a 10-story office building in a steeped pyramidal shape that serves as the headquarters for the California Department of General Services, which is a state government agency in the executive branch of the California government. Fascinating facts. So Treehouse Cafe, I call it THC for short. First of all, the parking. It was pretty busy. There's not much parking. We went there Wednesday, 9:45 a.m.-ish. And we had to park like a block and a half away.
There is no assigned parking lot.
Yes.
It's like a little house in the middle of a little neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's been transformed into this restaurant. So it's just like neighborhood street parking.
Yeah. It's an odd mix of... You got residential houses, like tiny, I don't know if they're Victorian, but homes that looked like they were built in the 40s. And then across the street is a giant parking garage. And then right next door is the Ziggurat building. And it's confusing. But yeah, we parked a little bit away, but it was a lovely walk.
Oh, so lovely.
It was nice weather. It was cold, but the sun was out. And when we got there, it was busy too. Like, there were people ahead of us in line, and then there were people who came behind us. So it was pretty busy for 9:45 a.m. I assume they get a lot of the Zigguratians to stop by and get some coffee from Treehouse Cafe. There was one lady working, which we've been there before, and there's two people up front, two gals working. But when it's one lady working and the person in front of you orders a complex coffee with a squirt of this and a dash of that, she's occupied for a couple minutes and you're just sitting there waiting in queue. It wasn't too bad, but it was a little busy for a Wednesday. Like I said, 9:45 a.m., 10 a.m.-ish. And there's not much room. There's no inside seating. So you walk in and you're right at the counter, and you pretty much, you place your order, you wait, you place your order, and then you go outside for seating. So there's no indoor seating. And it was cold, but it's not so bad. It's just prepare for it. And we've seen it where like the line goes outside to the like walkway, to the sidewalk,
right
up to the house or whatever. So they did advertise mushroom coffee, which sounds beneficial to your health in some way, but
very earthy.
Yeah, I don't want to try it. The construction is happening there, and so like you're sitting outside in a lovely little urban garden type setting, but there's construction noises going on the entire time. It's not too off-putting, but it's there.
It's an odd juxtaposition to the little garden setting where you're trying to have your cute little breakfast. But I was thinking that probably maybe 5 o'clock construction people clock out for the day. So and Treehouse is open in the evenings.
Yes.
And there's tons of cute like string lighting all around.
Yeah.
So I bet that isn't an issue at night.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. Good point. So yeah, you have to sit outside, and you're essentially in the backyard of a house. And there's a ton of space. There's all sorts of seating that's cute and varied. They have picnic benches. There's patio furniture. There's Adirondack chairs. I might be mispronouncing that, but and they got the urban garden vibe.
Lots of garden, vines,
vines.
tons of different trees.
Yeah. So you place your order, you walk, and they give you a number. You walk out, and you grab a seat, and it's really nice. It's a vibe, as they say on TikTok.
It's cute and charming.
It's
sure.
It's so cute. You're like, you feel like you're in the backyard of Anytown, USA. And next time I'm gonna bring my lawn darts. So we got 2 breakfast burritos. It was breakfast time, but you got one with bacon. I got one with sausage. I wanted to go with bacon. I love both. You're my first love, honey, but bacon and sausage are a close number 2. I do love bacon, but I find with breakfast burritos, bacon, if they don't put a lot in there, it just gets lost. Sausage is more impactful.
I've come to realize in my later years of life that you hardly ever is it a good idea to order bacon at any restaurant because it tends to not be done as well as I like it done.
Yes.
But sausage pretty much it's a dependable choice.
Right.
It's always just cooked pretty much the same.
Yeah, there's that picture. Okay, it's a meme. It's content, but it has the scale of 1 through 9 of how do you like your bacon done.
Yeah.
And there's people all over the place. And wherever you go, they don't do it how you want it. Yeah. Pretty much you can count on that. But yeah, and a lot of places they make the bacon super early. We went to a restaurant where we saw this giant tray of bacon, and it was above one of the stoves. And so if you ordered bacon, they would they made 6 pounds of bacon at 4 a.m. And then if you order bacon at 9 a.m., they just grab a couple slices off there and throw it on the grill to heat it up a little. But
it was a fun visual, but then, like, are they pulling everyone's bacon from that giant stack?
Yeah. So you went with bacon, I went with sausage. The breakfast burrito, it was just a little over $11, and it's described as choice of bacon or sausage, scrambled eggs, tater tots, cheddar and jack cheese, sweet peppers and onion mix, and sour cream wrapped in a flour tortilla. For whatever reason, I got tater tots in my sausage breakfast burrito, but they gave you fingerlings. Not sure. I'm thinking maybe they ran out of tater tots.
Or it was interesting.
Yeah.
But so early in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe they just weren't prepared with their provisioning.
Yeah. My other theory is that the gentleman in the kitchen knew you were ordering the same thing as me, and he's like, "Oh, I hate when my wife does that, so I'm gonna give the wife fingerlings."
I hate when I do that too.
I know.
Every time we order something the same or very similar, I'm like, "Oh, we should have got different, so we could have had a couple bites of each other's and mixed it up a little."
I obsessively studied the menu with a telescope and a magnifying glass for 2 to 3 hours, so I knew exactly what I was getting. But you choked, honey. You didn't study, so you didn't study for your test, and you failed the next day. Your Scantron is full of red marks. But you got the they gave you fingerlings for whatever reason, but it was the same otherwise. Your bacon breakfast burrito, my love. Thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections?
Straight away, I was really surprised by how big it was.
Yeah.
We've eaten at Treehouse Cafe a couple years ago, and we both said the food was really good, but the portions were kind of small.
Yes.
We didn't do breakfast that day.
Yeah.
So I was expecting a small burrito, but a good one.
Yeah. This
baby was big.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately I was like, ooh, very happy, pleasantly surprised.
Ooh, she thick. Yeah.
I like to cut my breakfast burritos in half.
Yeah. You're a proper lady. You have good manners.
So I did that, and I opened it up, and it looked really good. It was very egg heavy.
Lots of eggs. Yeah.
That was my number one experience. Yeah. I did get mine with sour cream, but very light on the sour cream. Very, very light. Only like 1 or 2 bites where I thought I could taste it. Yeah,
I got mine no sour cream.
The tortilla was super crispy.
Yes.
Not soft, very crispy, which I like. I like that a lot.
Huge difference maker, unique. It was something noteworthy. And
not so hard that it was difficult to chew or it didn't come apart when you took a bite. It was like a perfect crisp texture.
Lots of crunch.
overall, it was so delicious. I was
Yes.
really impressed. The bacon was not cooked the way that I like it to be cooked, but that's fine.
You were on the
I was
2
expecting
scale
that.
and the chef was on the 7 or whatever. Yes.
After I ordered it, I knew that would probably happen, but that's just a preference thing. But I devoured my whole burrito. It was really good.
Yeah. Same. So they bring it to you on a metal tray that it looks like it came out of our toaster oven, like a smallish metal tray, which is like, okay, well, it's better than a cutting board, which a restaurant that's served you lunch on a cutting board once and you've never been back. You've sworn them off forever. You hate them for life, right?
Exactly. I need my plate, my dish I'm eating off of, to have little tiny walls.
Yeah.
I don't want my food falling off onto the table while I eat.
You need that. You need the outer rim. You need elevation in case you need to scoop some small portions up. So it's brought to you, like you said, massive size, and so the traditional burrito is this aluminum. That's how the British say it, aluminum cylinder, and they give it to you, and you're like, okay, here, this is my burrito. But there was no aluminum. It was naked. It was bare. Okay, bro. It was out there living its best life.
It was ready for you.
Yeah. And I like that presentation. I was like, oh, wow. I don't have to mess with no aluminum foil.
Yeah. Less waste.
Yeah. Less Reynolds wrap in my gut. And so the cylinder and the aluminum, but this came as like a rectangle, like a brick almost. So they folded it in a rectangular sort of brick-like shape. I'm assuming, I don't actually know, but I'm guessing they throw it in a toaster oven, a giant toaster oven, and that's how they get all the crunch in there, all the crispiness. Huge difference. And it was like you cut yours in half because you're a proper lady, you're a proper Southern belle. But I just start eating because I'm a caveman from the top. But yeah, I wish all burritos did this. Like the cylinder that's soft and it turns messy. And
it doesnn't hold its shape.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, it gets flaccid,
yeah.
if you will.
And then the fillings fall to the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was better like
constructed.
Right.
Yeah. It was better house. Built a good foundation, a good house with a nice foundation. Like you said, lots of egg, but it was fine. A lot of places the egg means a lot of water. That wasn't the case here. My tater tots were in good portion. So a lot of places will give you just tons of potatoes because they're cheap. But that's just cheap carbs to me and not pleasant anyway. But I thought the tots were well measured out. The onion pepper mix, I would have appreciated more of it, but I could see how some people don't like it. But I like vegetables. I like veggies. I like little crispy roasted veggies. The sausage, it was link sausage, but kind of uppity link sausage, like the organic kind of fancy non-GMO whole food sausage or whatever. Cheese was good. The little bit of salsa that they gave to us on the side, super good.
Really good salsa. I could have used another cup of it though.
Yeah.
I liked my sauce.
Definitely. But overall, hecka bussin'. Is it the best breakfast burrito in West Sacramento? Sure. There's lots of good ones, and the best one is there is no best. This isn't a BuzzFeed link bait article, okay? The best breakfast burrito in West Sacramento. The best is whatever you want. There's many best, whatever you're feeling.
My best breakfast burrito is the one I'm currently eating.
Exactly.
Whichever one that happens to be.
Precisely. Like what's the best movie of all time? Whatever you want it to be. It could have come out 16 years ago or it could have come out last month. But breakfast burritos were fantastic. I want to go back. They don't have a huge menu. Another thing to mention, mostly sandwiches, breakfast stuff, but lots of drinks, lots of coffees. They got pastries there also.
They do have like some specialty kind of coffee drinks. They had like an orange latte that day that I wish I had gotten.
Yeah.
So we do need to go back.
Yeah, we'll definitely be back. Alrighty, well there you have it, my fellow West Saxons. Huge thumbs up for Treehouse Cafe, and I hope you get a chance to enjoy them like we did. Sending you all love and light. Thank you for listening to West Sac Best Eats, where we dine on all the fabulous food West Sacramento restaurants have to offer. Heard exclusively here on KYWS LP 92.9 FM on your radio dial. Hashtag West Sac Best Sac. Bye-bye.